Edgar's from Funneltopia here, and in this video I want to quickly show you how to manage your staff in Funneltopia, basically how to add users, how to remove, and also how to change the roles and permissions, because different team members might have different responsibilities, right? Maybe not every team member needs every single option that is in Funneltopia. So the first thing you want to do is, once you're logged in, obviously, then you want to click on the settings icon over here. And then you want to go to My Staff. So first, we're going to add someone. Then I'm going to show you how to kind of manage their roles, kind of what they're permitted to do. And then I'm also going to show you right after how to remove them. So first, let's add them. So let's click on Add User. So the first thing that pops up immediately, there's like a lot of fields that kind of need to be filled out, but not really. The mandatory ones are first name, last name, and email. So we're going to fill those in quickly. So this is all good. The phone number, additional stuff, that's kind of if needed, and connected to like a calendar and whatnot. But yeah, these are kind of the main ones. So if you click on next, once that information is in, now you can see you can manage all kinds of roles, right? You can kind of give, and if you want to look at it from like a simple point of view, what do all of these mean? For the most part, it's just kind of like this, right? This, for the most part, is just ticking boxes. Which one of these options do you want them to actually have access to, kind of in general. But I would definitely recommend, if you have team members that only need like specific things given to them, let's say they only manage the website, right? So you only, you uncheck all the boxes. They don't need the AI agents or, automation tools. Well, they might need them, but basically kind of scroll through them. They're pretty straightforward. Yeah, if they're a community manager, right, then maybe they're just doing communities, right? They don't need to see the list or how to build a funnel, right? They don't need all that information. So I kind of scroll through all of it. And see what, unless you want to just give access to everything, just kind of, uncheck everything and only give them access to whatever they need. Here you can see also admin and user. As far as I remember, I think admin had a few more options, a few more permission levels. So if we select admin, I think if we check the bottom, there's like user management. There's like some additional things. So let's say, we select user as a user role. If we scroll down, there's no such thing. So by default, I would pick admin, just kind of based on, not knowing your personal situation, but I would just keep admin as it's originally, and then just go through and seeing whether they actually need access to everything, or maybe there's some sensitive information, like your mailing list, for example, you don't want them to have access to it, which is completely fine. And this little checkbox, basically, as it says here, restrict data visibility to only assigned data. So what this means kind of in broad strokes is that if you check this box, they will only see only their assigned data or assigned users, or what's like specifically assigned to them as a team member in Funneltopia, right? As they're added here, you can assign things to them. They'll only be able to see that. Let's say on a mailing list, they'll be see their 50 contacts as opposed to like all 1,000 contacts. So, stuff like that. But usually this is unchecked. Again, unless there's sensitive information, then you can obviously check the box. And then, there's like an additional process in the future where you kind of have to assign things to this person just so they don't, things don't fall through the cracks. We can save it, and then that is saved. And there's also additional options below the roles and permissions. If we scroll down, call and voicemail settings, calendar, user availability, that's also calendar related. That is like, let's say if they're like a salesperson, they're taking calls. So these things would be kind of necessary. Notification settings, that's, you can just kind of, it's pretty straightforward, but basically you can check the boxes, what kind of things do you want them to receive notifications on, right? I wouldn't check all of the boxes, right? In app, keep them as is, maybe for some specific ones. Also check the email notifications, like the things that they definitely need to, like get a notification every time that happens. But, keep in mind that you don't want people to get like 150 notifications per day on their email. That's kind of counterproductive. So this is the default. There's some email stuff, but usually it's in app, which is like top level, the top navigation bar. But these are kind of, the notifications, and this is like if they're taking calls and stuff. But if they're not, if they're like managing your website, then these are not that important. But again, just click through them. These are pretty straightforward. That is kind of the short version. Let's just save it. And let's see what it looks like on the other end for the actual person whose account just got created. Let's check their inbox. So once they've been added, they get an email like this, just so you know. It's just pretty simple. It looks like this, and then they can click a button, click here to log in. That's just on their end. Just like the last thing, let's say the user, in a year, we need to remove them. Then what we need to do is, if we go back, same thing, my staff, right? And then you find that person. And then obviously you can go in and edit, change permission levels, right? The different roles, things change over time. You can do that. You can change their information or, add their calendar or whatever. And obviously you can delete it. So if you click on delete and then we do this and we type in what it says, need to type in delete and confirm, that user has been removed. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Really simple. Just, a couple clicks and they're removed. But yeah, that is kind of the short version. And yeah, if you have any questions, make sure to comment below. If you're a VIP, you can also book a VIP call over here. If you have more than a question or two, that might be quicker. But yeah, if you don't have any questions, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.